fire actually started on the Sunday and carried through, and we could all see it from our homes in southwest of town here. And on the Monday, pretty heavy smoke all day, and it was burning pretty hard, and the water bombers were dropping water and retardant.
Lunchtime, all the towers seemed to conform into one big smoke tower, and it started turning black, and it looked like a bomb went off there.
All of a sudden we could see a plume of smoke come up, and it was black and it was heavy and really dark. And it was obviously burning out of control. It was crazy and very close to town.
Midday, we're thinking we're going to have some logistics challenges, might not get into the branch with our freight. By Wednesday midday, it is a full evacuation, all civilians leaving the city. But our first concern went straight from, can we support our customer on Tuesday, to our staff safe? Can we get our people out? Do we know they're out?
They were starting to push people north and south, and then they cut off south because of the fire had reached the road. And when we drove through, there was fire on both sides of the road. There were flames over top of my truck, and you could feel the heat through the truck. So basically what you've seen on TV and the news was what was happening. So I had my two kids, 10 and 6, in there, kind of keep telling them, keep their heads down, don't look out the sides. So, you know, it didn't affect them. Hopefully it's not as much as you would think. When I finally, you know, took a little bit of grip off the steering wheel and took a few breaths, I started getting on the phone and trying to get a hold of my work family and seeing where all my staff was.
Then I called the branch to evacuate the branch because it was coming this way. And Vanessa and the crew, they immediately shut it down and got out. It was crazy. It went through Beacon Hill in a matter of 9 minutes. That fire was moving 27 meters a minute. And by the time we had got from our home to the edge of Beacon Hill, the entire hill was on fire. And we were driving through fire to get out.
There was a team established very quickly after the incident within Vallen, made up of executive and non-executive members, to make all the necessary decisions, from the HR component to the executive decisions to the branch elements to the people part. So definitely there was a team, and I was able to provide the safety element to that team.
The partnership with Vallen really was it was amazing, for lack of any other terms. We had just gotten here, we'd been here a couple of weeks, and we were looking to source out some personal protective equipment for our troops.
They reached out to us directly for resources, and we were able to meet with them one-to-one in Fort McMurray and be able to build a relationship from there. Got
to talking with Vallen, and it's just really blossomed into an amazing partnership here in Fort McMurray.
We come back to the branch on June 3rd, a month later.
We were hoping like nothing happened, but when you have 9 staff and 5, or basically 4, lost their homes, and I can't stay in mine.
The teams were in the back cleaning the shelves. They were wiping down every product, every bin, every shelf. They even did the rafters.
When you come back the first week or two, you're not doing selling. You're conversing with everybody that walks in that door, and how did you make out? How did you get out? You're sharing your stories with them, and it's a bonding experience, but my customers are part of my family as well.
And that the hard goods were okay to sell, but anything soft goods, fiber, clothing, that type of thing, we can't sell. Filters, air filters, that kind of thing, we cannot sell until we get approval.
First request for customers was trailer plugs for RVs, because a lot of people, when they come back to their house was smoke damage or smell from rotted food. So they couldn't stay in their house, and they had no hotels to stay in because they weren't open yet. So basically what they were doing is putting their trailers in their driveway and living in their trailer in their driveway.
Business is good. We're working with remediation companies that are in town. Everybody we come, a lot of them came, well, most of them came already equipped with a lot of the product that they use. So our opportunity was to pick up on anything they run out of or are short of.
A lot of our guys that do resi know and trust us, so they'll be here shopping when the rebuild happens.
They came in here smiling, a little bit of tears on the first day, but yeah, they all made it through really well.
You could see people helping everybody, and I'm like, that's Fort McMurray.